While we're in review mode, let's go ahead and check your preferences. Let's see if you originally did this or if you've changed computers and forgot to do it on your new one. So, Illustrator preferences right here. And we want to go, there's lots of preferences, but what about type and units? If we start with type, and we're going to see there's leading, tracking, and baseline shifts set up, but they're set up to points. And we talked about the difference between points and pixels in the classroom and about commercial printing presses and old school graphic design and what we're working on. And we are generally working for print on an inkjet printer or the web. So our units, points and pixels, we would generally be better served and less confused if we switch to pixels. There's a few students in the room who want to pursue a career in graphic design, and I'll work individually with them with points and picas and all the rest of that magic stuff. But for the rest of us, this is perfectly fine. What's not perfectly fine are these default settings. Let's change the size and leading from 2 to 0.5. This is going to give us much more control. The tracking from 20 to 5, and the baseline shift again from 2 to 0.5. This means when we adjust things on the fly with our keyboard, they're going to move smaller increments, which means we have more fine tuning, more fine control when we get into just noodling with our kerning, tracking or leading, and it's maybe it takes a little longer to move a character one direction or the other, but when it gets close, we have a lot more control. And if we need more control yet, we've got individual settings over here that we can manually either click up and down or enter in numerical values. Okay, so those preferences, there's a lot more preferences. You might look through these and see what you like. Ooh, user interface. Do you want Illustrator to be dark like Darth Vader, light like Illustrator used to be? Boy, this brings back memories switching to this mode. I'll come back into medium, and you have these settings as well. Okay, so you can look through here. Be careful what you do, and you might want to take note of what the original settings were in case you don't like what you did. You can always look at the person next to you and say, hey, open up your preferences. I changed slices. We're not using slices. We're not going to go there. It's not part of our curriculum. So you really don't have to worry about this. But if you happen to change slices and you wanted to be like everyone else, well, you could ask someone, what are your settings? You didn't change them, right? All right. Thank you, guys. And we'll come back. I'm going to click OK because I want to accept those new preferences, those new settings. So we're working in pixels rather than points, and we have more fine tuning.